Outsiders long assumed North Korea was dealing with a coronavirus outbreak. This week, the North finally admitted that, in its own way. State media says the first possible case was a North Korean defector who recently returned. The 24-year-old, seen here in a YouTube interview last month, fled to South Korea 3 years ago because of poverty. South Korea acknowledged the man likely did recently swim back into North Korea, but says he probably did not have the coronavirus. That's no problem for North Korea, according to some analysts, who say the defector is likely an excuse for Pyongyang to finally acknowledge an outbreak.
Korea does not need to deny any more coronavirus infection cases, and it can blame easily its epidemic on defectors and imported cases from South Korea.
North Korea sealed its borders in January, long before most other countries took similar coronavirus precautions. But with that isolation has come economic pain, perhaps even more than from international sanctions. It may help explain why North Korea is now blaming the South for a possible outbreak.
And this linkage also provides political cover for Kim Jong-un by deflecting attention away from his performance to blaming external factors for national health and economic difficulties.
It is perhaps the biggest threat yet to Kim Jong-un's 9-year rule, especially if it turns into a major outbreak. Experts say North Korea may be better placed to prevent a pandemic than to deal with one.
No one really knows exactly how many ventilators North Korea has, but it can't be, more than, let's say, a couple of hundred. That's not enough to treat a major outbreak, with thousands and thousands of patients coming in.
Key Park frequently travels to North Korea for medical exchange trips. He says while international aid groups have donated COVID equipment to the North, more should be done.
It's a bit worrisome, right? These COVID patients can get very sick quickly, and it can overrun even the best health systems.
State media continue to portray the situation as under control. Kim, who was unusually absent for several prolonged periods during the pandemic, has recently appeared in public more often. But North Korean officials have also warned that more vigilance is needed, saying the situation could turn into a deadly and destructive disaster. Bill Gallo, VOA News, Seoul.